All right, so today is March 5th, one more week, and then we are spring breaking, and you guys, again, we've had the conversation, and your class rank locks, your GPA locks, but your grades continue, so don't completely mail it in on me. You need to keep going, at least until the AP test, to do well on that, and then you still have a final transcript that gets sent to your college, so don't sink yourself in the last 9 weeks. It does, I guess I should be careful how I say this. It gets easier because we'll start reviewing, and then there's a project that counts as a test grade in the last 9 weeks. That's pretty easy, and basically we just work on it during the 2 weeks of AP testing, because I know you guys will have multiple AP tests, most of you. And so it's just like the days you're here, we'll work on it. The days you're not here, well, good luck on your AP test. And so we try to dial it back, realizing that AP test is what's most important coming up. Anyway, test is Monday, so that's right around the corner. The warm-ups are definitely test-inspired, so if you want to give these a try and make note of them, and then we'll go over them in a few minutes. So if you're at home, press pause and give them a go, and then come back and we'll go over them. All right, number one. Find f of x if f prime is that, so we need to back up. We need to antiderivative, underivative, go backwards, drive in reverse, however you want to say that. So 2 sine of x plus c. This one illustrates why the plus c is important, because if you don't put the plus c on there and you start to plug things in, you end up thinking that 5 equals 2, and that doesn't make sense. And the reason it doesn't make sense is because there was supposed to be a plus c on there. So 5 equals 2 plus c, so c is 3. So 2 sine x plus 3. Number 2, find the antiderivative. So go backwards again. Well, the underivative of secant squared is tangent. And the underivative of 7 would be 7x. And then plus c. And it didn't really ask us to do anything else, so that's all we can do with that one. Number 3, change this integral to be in terms of u, given that u is 3x, which makes sense, so we'll have f of u in there. That means du is 3 dx, so I need a 3 and a 1/3. So 1/3 integral f of u du. And you can bet that one of the answer choices will have 1 and 4 as your limits, but we need to fix those to be u limits. So u of 4 is 12, and u of 1 is 3. So that would be the answer we're looking for. It's a bit of a weird question, but it's easier on multiple choice because you know where to stop. You can guess what the other answer choices are going to be. Somebody's going to forget the 1/3 and go 3 to 12, f of u du. Somebody's going to remember the 1/3, but do 1 to 4. And I guess there'd be one more bad answer in there somewhere. Maybe they don't do either one, just do f of u du with 1 to 4. Yeah. So the two main things were fix the du, fix the limits. I think you'll be fine on that. I just wanted you to see it. AP likes to ask questions kind of like that because it forces you into u substitution and forces you to change everything, and it also doesn't take very long. So you're not stuck doing this really ugly problem. It's a simple problem if you know the u substitution. All right, maximum value means find the y value, so that's the goal. That's what I'm headed for. on 0 to 2, so I know I need to check 0 and 2 at some point. May as well do it now. F of 0 would be negative 2. F of 2 would be 8 plus 12 minus 18 minus 2. 8 plus 12 minus 18 minus 2. So that would be 20 minus 20 is 0. But that's just the endpoints. I need to check to see if there's any relative maxes or mins in there, or really relative maxes. So take a derivative, set it equal to 0. That'll give me the critical points, the points that might be maxes or mins. Factor out a 3 to make life a little easier. So x plus 3 and x minus 1. So x equals negative 3 and x equals 1. I don't really care about x equals negative 3 because it's not in the interval. So yes, it's a critical point, but I don't really care which critical point it is. And then 1, some of you did like a number line so that you could see if it was increasing or decreasing. And that's okay. Let's see, I think you would see that it is like that, I think. So that, if you did that, that would tell you that x equals 1 is a minimum, and so that wouldn't be your answer regardless. So you could throw it out. If you don't do that, if you want to just check it as a critical point, you could do that as well. 1 plus 3 minus 9 minus 2. 4 minus 11 is negative 7. So yeah, that's a minimum, just like the number line said it was. So the maximum on 0 to 2 is 0. So the answer is the max is 0. And now that happens at x equals 2, but the official answer would be 0. So on a multiple choice test, probably 2 is one of the answers, which is very misleading because x equals 2 is where it happens. 0 would be the right answer. And who knows what the other answers might be. Negative 7 and negative 2 maybe. But the tricky part would be 2, that's the x value, but that's not the y value. So make sure you answer the question that's being asked. All right, test looks a lot like the review worksheet, where the first page is just a bunch of scrambled up antiderivative questions. And the second page is, for the test anyway, is mostly multiple choice. I took off the multiple choice for the review, but it's similar to the review, but you got multiple choice on there.